Move without hesitation. There is a moment before the blade strikes, a breath, a blink, a choice. That moment defines everything. Hesitation is the fracture in the sword, the crack in the mind, the space where fear takes root and grows into defeat. A warrior who hesitates dies before the battle begins. You must move, not with chaos, not with rage, but with absolute clarity. You must train your mind until action becomes truth, until movement is no longer a question, but a command from within. The river does not ask if it should flow. The flame does not ask if it should burn. And you must not ask if you should act. Move without hesitation. To hesitate is to give your enemy the first strike. It is to doubt the very ground you stand on. It is to betray the path you claimed you would walk. The world will test your commitment. It will throw noise into your silence, delay into your decisions, comfort into your code. It will ask you, are you sure? Are you ready? Is this the right time? Ignore it. There is no perfect moment. There is only the strike or the miss. There is only now. Move without hesitation. The enemy is not always before you. Often, he is within. He wears your face. He speaks in your voice, and he whispers, wait. You must silence him. You must become the storm that answers nothing, that offers no explanation, that simply moves forward, unstoppable, unyielding, inevitable. Like the blade mid-swing, like the mountain mid-fall, like the fire that leaps from the embers without warning. Move without hesitation. Let your footsteps be sharp as steel. Let your breath carry weight. Let your will be carved in stone. Indecision is decay. Movement is life. The warrior does not ponder his worth before he acts. He acts, and that becomes his worth. Hesitation is the gate through which failure enters. Burn the gate. Burn it until there is no door between thought and action. Until there is only movement, pure, immediate, complete. Move without hesitation. Hesitation is a disease of the undisciplined. It grows in minds that are not forged. It takes hold in hearts that still fear loss. It consumes those who live in the illusion of tomorrow. You must destroy tomorrow. There is no later. There is no when I'm ready. There is only the strike. There is only the step. There is only now. Train until your hands move before your mind speaks. Until instinct is no longer separate from intention. Until your actions are not reactions, but declarations. The blade does not think. The wave does not wait. The hawk does not hesitate before it dives. You are no different. Move without hesitation. You may fail. You may fall. But better to fall forward in motion than to rot standing still. The man who hesitates watches his moment slip through his fingers. He writes his own regret. He carves his own defeat, not by weakness, but by delay. Understand this truth. The path does not wait. The enemy does not wait. Time does not wait. So why should you? Move without hesitation. Even your doubts can be used if you don't let them stop you. Even your fear can become fuel if you move through it. You must not seek perfect confidence. You must not wait for peace within. You must strike in the chaos. You must move inside the fire. A warrior's clarity is not found in stillness. It is forged mid-motion, sharpened mid-battle, proven only in the act. Those who wait for calm will drown in the storm. You must move in the storm. Move without hesitation. There is no return for the one who moves with resolve. Burn the bridge behind you. Let hesitation find no home in your steps. Let your movement be final. Let your presence be absolute. The world fears those who move without flinch. They cannot be bribed. They cannot be delayed. They cannot be predicted. Because hesitation is predictability. And motion, pure disciplined motion, is chaos to the enemy. You must become unreadable, unstoppable, undeniable. Move without hesitation. The wind carves mountains not with force, but with endless motion. The snake strikes not with doubt, but with timing. The warrior walks not with fear, but with purpose. You do not need the world's permission to move. You do not need applause, agreement, or safety. You need only your own command, your own will, your own decision, executed. Strike when it's difficult. Step when your legs shake. Move when every thought screams to freeze. This is the test, not of strength, but of resolve, not of power, but of presence. Hesitation is a wound. Every pause becomes a scar. Every delay becomes a missed kill. The enemy within wants you slow, wants you still, wants you questioning. Starve him. Move without hesitation. When the fire rises in your blood, move. When the voice inside whispers, wait, move. When the world watches, move. Even if you are alone, even if you are afraid, even if you do not know what waits on the other side, move anyway. Because a man who moves in spite of it all is a man no one can stop. Move without hesitation. Not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. Because standing still is death. Because waiting is surrender. Because delay is self-betrayal. You are not here to drift. You are not here to contemplate endlessly. You are here to act, to decide, to strike, to move. You were not born to hesitate. You were born to carve paths through stone, to walk alone through fire, to become the force that others fear, not because you shout, but because you never pause. Move without hesitation. This is not about speed. This is not about recklessness. This is about presence. This is about becoming motion itself. This is about the moment when mind, will, and body align into a single direction, and that direction is forward. Let others freeze. Let others flinch. Let others think themselves into oblivion. You are already gone, already in motion, already beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond hesitation. This is the warrior's way, not the path of answers, but the path of action, not the path of certainty, but the path of conviction, not the path of waiting, but the path of walking. Move without hesitation, because in the end, all that will matter is whether you stood still or whether you moved.